Hey guys, I wasn't supposed to share this, but I feel led to share it. I had a Bible study in the book of 2nd Samuel, and it just spoke about how God establishes his people. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your plans to the Lord and he will establish them." But then in real life, how will you know that God is establishing you? Most often times, tunadhanianga, you will know you've been established when you have the cars, the houses, the influence, the fame, the power, the authority, maybe when you've gone viral, global, depending on whatever you're doing. But that's not how you know if God has established you, because those things you can also get them from the enemy. The chapter is about David, obviously, and how God was establishing him, and what made him know that God has established him was the favor of God upon his life. And one of the signs you will know that God is establishing you is when you have favor. How will you know you have favor? Is when David knew when a king from a different place came to help him build, he knew that God had established him. Now you will know that God is establishing you when you are having favor in small things. When someone gives you something out of nowhere, the miraculous things. I can give you my example is when someone offered to give me stickers for my packages for my business. That was a sign that God has favored me. When someone offered to get me this phone I'm using to film was not bought by my money. It was someone who bought me this phone. A lady, actually. All these people are women. I've seen how God has shown me his favor before, and I didn't see them as signs that God was establishing me. You need to acknowledge those small things so that they can open bigger things. Let's say if God favors you to someone, now they offer to get you something and you don't appreciate it, you don't acknowledge that it's from God, you are shutting that door with your lack of thanksgiving. But when I say, God, I acknowledge that you're actually favoring me in this business, you are establishing me. So that is one of the signs you'll know that God is establishing you. It's people doing the small things for you. God is establishing you. So instead of complaining and whining and waiting for the bigger thing and not acknowledging this small thing, you better start acknowledging and giving God thanksgiving for the small thing that he has granted favor with. It opens doors for bigger, okay? The other sign that God is establishing you is when he gives you blueprints and strategies to do something. The way he gave to David, he gave him the strategies on how to build the temple, on how to fight the enemy, save. Yeah, on the strategy in this particular chapter, it was actually about how David could win over the Philistines. God gave him the strategy of how to do that. God is establishing you if he's giving you instructions to do. Don't ignore those small instructions that God is telling you to. Obedience, guys, obedience, obey the small steps that God is telling you to do, either for your business, for your ministry, for your workplace, for whatever thing it is that you are pursuing, for your school, for your